welcome to Nxt Gen's promotion. New show, forthcoming, our fourth show on the circuit. Look, listen, this one's been on the build-up since our last one from the trilogy. We've had a lot going on in the background, but this was going to be another double show, but we've squeezed it all into one show just because of other commitments. But it's going to be extra fights on the night. I think we've got 20 to 21 fights on the night as it stands. So it's going to be a good night of boxing, plenty of fights, plenty of action. Can't wait to get it started. Looking forward to it. We've got some big fights going on, 4 or 5 title fights. All these fights have all been matched, so it's a nice 50-50s. Anyone can win. That's how we like it. Look, we've put a lot of time into these shows to make them the best they could be. And they've never failed to disappoint yet. So, yeah, we're going to, long may they continue. I'd like to thank everyone for coming down today. Thank you for all the coaches that put all their times in, for the fighters. Thank you for the fighters for the effort they put in. Anyone who's bought a ticket. So I just want to say thank you to everyone. I'm just going to do a little rundown, like we always do. We're going to have a little breakdown with the fighters, let them have their little say on their build-up to the fight. And then, let's let the fighting commence next week. We've got some skilled bouts and some kids out next week. From other gyms, from our gyms, just some kids want to get their test their mettle in the ring, see how far they can go, push themselves. They'll be starting off early in the night. Then we've got some of the more of the novice fights, and then we start working our way through to the more experienced and then title fights. A few of the kids, we've got one of them representing today, little Jamie Spencer. He's had a few fights with us. He's looking to go amateur next year or later in the year. So this could be possibly his last one with us before he gets carded. But yeah, we're looking forward to. He's been tested. He fights on the road. He fights anyone. He was sparring the adults yesterday, so he's a game kid. He'll fight anyone. We're looking forward to seeing what he can do. I'll get Jamie to have a little say about himself. Jamie, yeah, tell me.
I can't wait. Thank Bill because of the opportunity. He's been coaching me for all these years. And yeah, I can't wait for Saturday. I've trained so hard. Can't wait to get the dub this Saturday. And can't wait.
Cheers, mate. I think I need a mic runner. So we've got a few of the other kids out. We've got little Chantel. Again, she's boxed with us for... she's been on all the shows. She's always been out, always been in a tough fight. She's always entertained. She's got another little test. Girl coming from York. It's a bit hard for the girls to get their fights on these shows, especially matching them up correctly. But we've got a game little fighter for her. Again, she wants to get carded and turn over. But I'm looking forward to pushing herself. She doesn't get as much sparring in the gym as she would like. But, look, she always turns up on the night. She always does what she has to do. We've got a couple other girl fights on the night. One of the girls is here, AJ. So, listen, she's come down to our gym for a bit of sparring. She's always been interested in watching her fight. Look, she always showcases her skills. And she likes to bring a game. We've got her opponent's not here, but we've got her coach, so I'll let him have a little talk about Abby Pullen. Matt, do you want to have a little talk about her?
Cheers, Bill. Abs, she's had a couple of fights now. She's had a title fight as well. She didn't come out with a victory, but she trains hard. She's in that gym every day of the week, pretty much. She's coming on. She's got a few things to learn. But I'm hoping she comes home into the night and stands up and actually fights. She has a bit of a thing with her. We're trying to work out of her, but hopefully with someone standing in front of her wanting to trade, she's going to get stuck right in And yeah, we're just hoping she comes out of her shell a bit more on this one for you, and we'll see how she gets on.
Cheers, mate. I'm going to let her opponent, Abby, have a little talk and say what she's got to say. You just run the mic down.
First, I want to say, thank you to Bill for giving me this opportunity. All I want to do is to showcase my skills. This is my first white collar fight, my proper fight. So all I want to do is just showcase my skills, and bring out the best of what I've been training for 2 years. I was a bit nervous at first, but if the help of my coach Pav, coaching me through these 2 years, feeling like I am ready. It's just up to me, to say that I am ready, and I'm ready for this opportunity, to showcase my skills and to see where this, takes me as well. Obviously, my opponent obviously is not here, but for what I can infer from what her coach says, it's gonna be a good fight for us, especially as female boxers as well. You don't get many opportunities like this, so yeah, I'm excited for the opportunity and see how it goes as well.
Yeah, so I think these two girls are just going to have a nice scrap in the ring, but not just wild. It's going to be a nice, tidy boxing, and I generally think it'll be a very entertaining fight. We've got a few boys who fought on the white collar show last time. They're out again. I wanted to hold them back for September, but I made a promise to the boys in the gym that if they put the effort in, they put the work in, then I'll allow them to fight on this one. And to be fair, they put their runs in, they've been grafting, they've turned up to every session, morning or evening, they're there. So I had to stick by my word and give them the shot. Two of them are here today. I'll get a little face off of them at the end. We've got Shaim, Big Shayo, and the other one, Prince. So listen, I've not seen much of Prince. I've heard a lot about him. I know he fought this weekend, so he's game, he's active, and yeah, look, I'm looking forward to seeing what he's got done. Matt spoke very highly of him. I think it'll be a great fight. Shaim's wants to push himself. He wants to achieve, and he wants to see he sees what his teammates does, and he wants to be a part of that. And he's put the work in, and he can't ask for more than that in the gym. So he's earned his shot on this fight. So we'll see what happens in the night, and then see who wants it the most. But I'll let them both have a little talk. We'll start with Prince.
Firstly, thanks for the opportunity. Thanks to Matt, my coach, everyone at Team Venue. Yeah, I mean, I've come a long way from where I started, and still got a long way to go. And hopefully, this is another stepping stone towards that end goal. To be honest, I don't know what else to say. To be honest. Yeah, just again, yeah. Thanks for the opportunity. I'll see you guys next week.
Thank you, mate. I'm going to chuck the mic down to the show. I'm going to get me a little runner to help me out. Cheers, Luke.
I just want to say thanks to Bill for giving me this opportunity. Like he said, I trained hard for this upcoming fight. Been going to every morning session, been putting in my runs, even though I hate running. But this fight, this is redemption time. I'm coming to win. There's no if, buts, or maybes about it. I'm coming to win. And I'm coming to get the dub and make Edge Gym on top. There's no losing now. Like my first fight, I was probably too overconfident and overexcited, but this one I've trained hard, and my mental space, I'm ready for the fight. So next Saturday, I'm coming for the win.
Right. The other boy who fought on the white collar show, he's stepped up. Do you know what? I've got to say, when he first signed up for the white collars, We get boys that they just want to throw their punches in, and they've got power, and they think everything's power, and then you have to teach them the technique. This one come along with the technique. Straight away, just picked it up very tidy. But I will say, punches like a pussy. He knows that. He knows what I'm talking about already. Look. But do you know what? Listen, he's come a long way. He started off, he had no power in his shots, and I'm just going to be brutally honest, no power in his shots at all. Very technically good, picked it up very quick, but that's how he started. Now, it's a different ball game. He puts his shots in, he loads up, he's not scared. I think he needs to get punched before he starts hitting back. But it might sound like I'm starting off slagging him off, but I'm telling you now, like, he's earned his shot. He's come a long way. He stops punching like a kitten, and now he comes to have a go. Very impressed with him. I think he will improve a lot more, and I'm very excited to see how far he can improve. If he's improved this much in this short of time, it'd be interesting to see how far he can come. Carfilla, I'm going to let you have a little say about yourself.
First of all, I'd like to say thank you to all the coaches at Edge Gym for helping me and just literally just helping me improve in all aspects. And also my fellow mates in the gym that help me out or correct me when I'm doing something wrong or when I'm distracted. They help me focus again. Anyways, let me carry on. Yeah, this camp, I'll be honest with you, it was harder than the first camp because, again, I knew, even though I won my first fight, I knew there was a few bits I needed improvement in. And, I feel like I'm still nervous, but not as nervous as my first fight, so I'm more ready on the 17th, and hopefully I catch another W. Yeah, thank you. That's it, really.
Right, I'm going to do a last minute little change. I decided I was and ahhing over this the last week or so. We've got a gym coming down from, I think it's Manchester way. They had their boys on the last show, and very, very high standard of fighters. They brought 4 boys down, and I think all 4 boys, they put on like the best fights of the night. Very interested to see what they can bring down this time. Also, a little shout out to what's his name, Sam Larkin. His boys, they're coming down. We've got Alex Fisk, who's fighting Jake next to me. I'll drop on more to that a bit later. But he's got Ben O'Hara coming down as well, a game little fighter. I had him originally paired up with Jamie Forlan. I've decided last minute I'm going to change that, just purely because of how Jamie's been performing in the gym. Not because I don't think he's good enough, but because I see a better fight. I think sometimes it's styles that make the fights. It's all right putting 2 good fighters in with each other, but if they're different styles, sometimes it negates the fight. And sometimes you can have 2 scrappers and it becomes a good fight. If you put a scrapper with a boxer, the scrapper takes away from the boxer. If you put 2 boxers together, you have a brilliant boxing fight. I've decided today that I want to put 2 good boxers together. So I'm going to put Jamie and Alfie together. Alfie comes from Pav's gym, fought on the last show. He got fight of the night. Brilliant fighter. He beat Kai. I'm looking to put him in with Jamie just purely because I want to test Jamie. He's improved that much that I want to give him a bigger step. So Jamie, it's an harder fight for you, but it's a testament to the work you put into the gym, mate. So this is what it's about. It's no point putting people in with people they can beat. I want to test the boys. Especially if we've got amateurs going on in the gym now, and you can come across anyone in that circuit. So the boys need to be tested, they need to be pushed, and this is what this show is about. So yeah, I'm going to let Jamie and Alfie have a little say of each other. And I'm going to let the away fighter go first, Alfie.
Cheers for that, Bill. Yeah, first off, thank you. Like, what an event it was last time. I really enjoyed myself, and I know this one's going to be a good one as well. Yeah, last fight, it wasn't easy. Like, really hard fight. Fair play to my opponent, but ended up getting the win. Going to try to do the same thing this time, get the win, and just been training harder this time because I didn't really know what to expect last time, but now I'm ready. I'm always in the gym. Pav says to me, go on, gum shielding, sparring, always sparring, run in. Yeah, just training hard, trying to get the win. So, yeah, thank you.
Yeah, like Bill said, Alfie's a really good opponent. I'm pretty sure I've sparred him a couple times. He's got a very difficult style when I did spar him, so I do think it's going to be a good fight. Obviously, I come back from a loss on the last one. I don't want to get into many excuses, but the whole day is going to be planned completely different. And I haven't really got too much to say. I want to thank Bill and all the other trainers, really, like Liam, you got Will. They just put so much time into you. Not many gyms do that. So that's all I've really got to say. To be honest.
Like I say, I think that's going to be a brilliant fight. They're both good boxers. And like I said, your styles make fight. So that's why I've changed that one. I'm going to go. We've got some of the boys, obviously, that ain't here today. You've got Jack Bell. He's fighting a fella from Watford called Simon. Both good fighters. Both want to stand in the ring and ever tear up. Again, like I said, your styles make fight. It's the whole point of what we try and do. Just try and put the best performance on the night for the people. Yeah, that one's just going to be a massive slugfest. Jack's looking to make a little statement for himself. I've got Alfie Wiltshire. I want to give him a little shout out. He's got about 4 or 5 boys out of mine. Harry O'Brien, he fought in the last one, put on a good performance. Paul Livingston had a very, very tough opponent. He'd come off a bad wood loss. And then he got into the ring for this one. Bless him, he got in there and he didn't have another easy opponent. He got in there, but he showed so much art. I want to say a little shout out to Paul Livingston today, just for purely the amount of heart that boy showed in that fight. It was heartwarming. I know Alfie was proud of him. I've not got him an easier fight. It's not as a harder fight, but it's not an easy fight. So he's still got to test himself because he doesn't want to just go in there and get a win. He's asked for a test again, so he's going to get it. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing him hopefully pick up a win. I've got Colin who's going to be fighting Carl. He's had one fight. He was a kickboxing fight. He's going into boxing now. Good game, little fighter. And he's also got little Danny, who'll get little skills back. Just one of Alfie's young boys. He's gonna get a little test. And I think that's all for Alfie. But yeah, Alfie always brings and Charlie. Charlie's fighting for Alfie as well. Bless him, always wanted to do it. Yeah, so this is a little dream for him. He wants to get in the ring. It brings a crowd. And yeah, he wants to get in there and have a little dance in the ring. So good luck to him. I'm going to do a little shout out to Legends Gym. They brought in 4 fighters for this fight. One's not here, Owen. Owen does come down to ours for sparring a lot. Great game fighter. Tests our boys. Him and Jack Bell always have a good spar. I think Jack's the only one who can sort of slow him down a bit. Owen seems to get his way with a lot of the other boys. Very fit, athletic boy. Good fighter. And he's fighting Andy from Newlands Gym. Andy, do you know what? Such a nice geezer, but he can bang. That fight was probably the one I'm looking forward to the most of the night. great fighters. Andy's never been tested yet. Owen's going to provide that test. Andy's just had people in there that just not up to his level, and he stops them early. So he's going to be in with someone who can go the distance. And yeah, I'm promise you that one's going to be fireworks. So brilliant fight, that one. Can't wait for that. I'm going to just say to Carr and Jake, you just squeeze up a little bit. We've got a little latecomer, Alan Tart. His opponent is here again from Legends Gym, so I'm going to do a little shout out to Alan. He had fought on the White Collar show as well. Asked me for one more. Again, put the work in. He stopped his opponent early in the first. Pulled out a performance that no one's ever seen before because, do you know what now? He's starting to tidy up. We spent a lot of time. When I say you get your raw, wild beginners, it was him in a nutshell. I don't think I've seen anyone swing as wide as he has. But we put the time into him. Yeah, listen, we put the time in and he can bang. So we've tidied him up, made him more compact, and we're looking forward to testing him and see what he can do. He's after one more, and he's with fighter Mo. Mo come in on the last show. He fought our boy Jesse. Jesse's one of my boys that I rate highly. I thought he's a brilliant boxer, very talented, and Mo schooled him. Not in a bad way. It was a close fight, but he pulled out a performance that I've seen him in the gym, but that was the best I've ever seen him box. I thought he was brilliant. So to negate Jesse, it weren't just a case of the skills, it was the game plan, the coaches he's got behind him. I thought Jesse would get the win. Mo proved me wrong. I think this is a little test just to see if he can dance with someone who's got a bit of power. I think Alan's going to have to put on another performance to show Mo that he can match him. But it's a 50-50 fight just purely because Alan holds a bit of power, but Mo can box. So let's see who can win, a boxer or a brawler. But I'll let them have their little speak anyway. So I'm going to go to away fighter again, Mo.
I want to thank Billy, for letting me fight again. Last fight, I had fun. That's the main part of this, just have fun, really. Just here to scrap, just here to win. Nothing more to say. Thank you, Pav, as well, for training me. That's it. Thank you.
I just want to say thank you to everyone. Thank you to Bill. Thank you for the team. Thank you to everyone here. You've been amazing. Thank you for this opportunity again. I'm looking forward to it. I've seen Mo sparring that. He seems quite good as well. So I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a good fight. So yeah, man. Let the winner take it all. Thank you very much. And yeah, let's put on a show. Oh, did you not hear anything I said? Oh, shit. Did you hear me? No. Oh, do we have to say it again?
Yeah, you gotta say it again.
I think the mic picks it up.
Alright, cool.
Are you sure?
Yeah. So, should I say it again?
Nah, definitely not. Right. Right, I've got one more down the front I want to speak to. That's Jake. He fought Benny on the last show. Jake hadn't fought for 15 years since he was a kid. We put him straight in with a hard fight, one that I thought he could win. I'm not going to say the occasion got to him. He sort of livened up as the fight went on and sort of finding his boxing feet. He's like a terrier. He just on you constantly wants to have a row, which is a bit like Benny. That's why I thought it'd be a great fight. Benny took control from the off, and then Jake was sort of chasing the fight after that. But I don't think he showed a testament of how good he can be. All the boys in the gym respect him just purely because he's a brilliant fighter. No one's got to see the best of him yet, so I'm looking forward to getting him out again. He's got a fighter coming from Wakefield who fought in the last show, who's very game, just wants to come forward and have a row. I think Jake will show him he can match that, but much more tidier with better technique and skills. His amateur pedigree from when he was a kid will come in, and I think will make the fight easy for him. But there's no such thing as an easy fight, especially when you've got someone coming in wanting to take your head off, which is what Kevin does. So Kevin's going to come try to take Jake, but I think Jake will match him and more with his skills. I'll let him have his little say.
Cheers for that, Bill. It will be a little say because I don't really speak that much. I let all my talking do it in the ring. Like I said, I'm going to speak a bit louder than the geezer next to me so you can hear me. I'm just looking towards a great fight. It's going to be an awesome night. Always put on great fights. Just tune in, see what happens, but we're going to win.
Nice one, Jake. Right, I'm going to go over to Fruity Bill. He won. He's won his last two with us. Yeah, look, listen, Fruity he always comes in. He puts all the work. He's probably one of the most dedicated fighters in the gym. He don't miss a session. He's always there. Just constantly annoys you all day long. But we love him to pieces. There's no edge gym without Fruity, I'm telling you. Yeah, look, listen, he's improved so much. He's so dedicated. I finally got him throwing body shots now. It's beautiful to see. Listen, he's always improving, always wants to be tested. He doesn't care who he's in with. He'll always fight anyone. I don't think there's anyone he wouldn't take a fight with. So yeah, look, I'm looking forward to seeing him out there again. He's got a point to prove, just to show he can mix it with anyone. He's always got a point to prove, more to himself than anyone. But yeah, look, we love him to pieces. He's got a boy coming from Southampton, Tom Seeley. Yeah, he's had a bit of amateur background, so it'll be a good little test for Fruity. And yeah, I like to see what happens on the night, but I'll let Bill have his say.
Yeah, I'm Fruity Bill. Basically, train probably every day, working hard, like with Bill, all these boys here. Me and Jake probably been the closest sparring partners lately. He's been punching the life out of me. All credit to him because he's probably one of the toughest in the gym. So he gives me tests, and I like to be tested. If you don't get tested, what's the point in boxing? Do you know what I mean? So Will, Bill, Dan, done a bit with Dave as well. All changing up my training down to my strength and conditioning. Also, Bill's been putting a lot of time into my body shots, as he said, which I've always struggled to throw, but now they seem to be coming together. Doing a lot of one-to-one with Will as well for the extra work. Just while I've got the time, I'll get up 5 a.m, train. I'll be back in the gym in the evening. I'll push as much as I can to be the best. I always say I am like one of the oldest sitting here probably, but I'll be one of the most game on the night. Like I say, sparring Jake, you got to be game to sparring because he punches. It's like being hit by a brick wall. So at the end of the day, whatever they put in front of me, I'll showcase my skills for everyone. And I'd just like to thank everyone sitting here, everyone in Edge, Liam. They all put their time, effort, love, caring to me, so I'll give back what I can. So yeah, that's me. Thank you. And my family, my kids. Both my kids will be there on the night as well. So they'll be walking me out. So that'll be nice. Yeah, thank you. Cheers, Bill. By the way, that's how you talk.
Fucking no chance. Okay, he does it in the gym as well. We can't. All right. Right. I'm gonna go over to Tyrell now. Listen. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Listen. Tyrell lost his first fight last week. Not last week. Last show. But we've got a very tough lad, Luke Granger. Very good boxing pedigree. We brought him down to test Fruity Tyrell. Just purely because Tyrell, not to say he's had tough fights and he's come through them, so we had to up his levels. In the fight, I thought he was winning at the beginning of the fight. I think the fitness let him down a little bit. I like to think I see him throw his shoulder out a little bit, and I see him start switching out. I think the panic got in his head. And the game plan, the stability, everything went out the window. The fitness, but yeah, it was a very, very close fight. I like to think Tyrell still got the decision, but it was 50-50, so close. I see him and ahhing it for ages, but Luke got the decision. So Tyrell was hungry. Do you know what? I've seen him put so much effort into his gym. He's been with the pros. He's been sparring with Tom Welland, who's like an unreal elite pedigree. He's been sparring with Jordan Perkis, who's English champion. You don't get better sparring partners than that. He's been out doing track with the pros, like unreal. Like the effort he's put in for this, so I know he's hungry to put this right. Yeah, without barking, I'll let him have his bit.
Nah, jokes aside, just want to thank Bill and Will for all the training that they've put in. Obviously, like Bill was saying, in my last fight, I felt like... I'll be honest, in my last fight, I thought I could just go in there and take his head off. Because in my last few fights, everyone I thought I've hit them, and they've just folded. So I just thought, yeah, I'm going to hit this guy, and he ain't gonna firm it. But then, obviously... the night went different to plan, and obviously fitness come into play as well, because I didn't train as hard as you should, and that's what I've realised. Like, you can't, in boxing, you can't just come in and be all half-hearted. You got to put your all in, and this training camp, I've put my all in it. Like Bill said, I've been sparring the likes of Jordan Perkins, who's a top English champion. Tom Welland, he's basically one of the best at the moment, and yeah. So, I mean, if I can hold my own with them boys, I'm pretty sure I'm going to hold my own with Luke. So, yeah, we'll just see what the night has to bring, and I'm fairly confident I'm going to win.
Well, mate, we've got a couple more I want to talk about. I'm going to go over to Jake next. He's fighting Alex Fish. These two were supposed to fight on the last show. Marcus stepped in for Alex because he couldn't get down. Jake performed well. Boxed brilliant. He'd had a tough fight on the Quest circuit. He fought for the British level. He just fell short of that. Our training camp wasn't how we normally do it. Normally we're more prepared on the last one. On the last fight we showed with the right training camp we do what we do. This one's been just as good. We're back to training how we always done it, and we've always got the results. This is a tough fight for him. The lad he's fighting is very strong, game, quick, knows how to box. It's, again, what we do. We want the best fights. We want the best fighters on the show. If it means we run the risk of getting lost, then so be it. It just means when we do get the win, we've earned it, and it means more. So, yeah, Alex, good fighter, coming down. Looking forward to seeing what he can bring. And I'll let Jake see what he's going to bring.
Yep, cheers, Bill. Listen, I don't think I'm never not in an interesting fight. I've never been part of a boring fight. Like I say, work hard, fight easier. Worked hard in the gym with all the boys, with the coaches, as always. Another good solid camp, last push this week. I know Alex is game, strong, but you know what, so am I. And I'm ready to put the work in, as I always do. Listen, there's not really much to say other than, like, you know, thank you to everyone that has put the work in. Thank you to all my club mates, teammates that helped me with sparring rounds, that helped push in the gym and outside of the gym. All sponsors that have sponsored me and stayed on board. Just everyone in general, friends, family, you know, my partner, everyone who's always supports me. But this is not much to say other than, you know, next Saturday we go in there and let's just fucking have it.
Fair enough. Right. It's the Scottish coming at him. Right, you better do better than Josh Taylor last night. Right, we got one more fight. Benny White, he's our champion. He holds the Nxt Gen belt. He comes from the Venue gym. Always brings a great fight. I've seen him box on plenty of shows. He's very active. I'll let his coach and him speak more about him. And then I'll drop into his opponent, James Dawes. But I'll let Matt have his first say, then I'll let Benny have his bit.
Cheers, Bill. Thank you. I really better start with Benny. He's a bit of a pain in the arse, to be fair, when he rolls into the gym on his roller skates. Yeah, he's a good lad. You're always going to get some weird sentence out of him that never makes sense. He'll put it in a group chat and everyone else will be sitting there for the next 20 minutes going, what does he mean? And all he really meant was, is the gym open? Listen, back to his boxing. He's active, he'll fight anyone. He was out in Portsmouth Friday night. Take nothing away from the geezer, he thought he had one leg. But he still managed to beat Benny. Like, the geezer bangs for a bloke with one leg. He does it hard, and Benny stayed in there all the fight. It was a great fight. Like, they really did. The pair of them put it out. But he's active. He's saving himself for next Saturday. But he's one of the boys in the gym. Listen, when Benny's in the gym, everyone knows Benny's in the gym. You've only got to ask for a photo and his top straight off.
Disappears out of nowhere.
But coming down to his boxing, he trains hard. He works silly hours. He trains at silly hours. He's forever on Instagram. He's always in a gym, one gym or another. It ain't always our gym. He'd be in any gym all over London. He does put the work rate in. He does put the graft in, and he brings it on fight night. He always turns up. He always puts in a good work rate. He'll never shy away from a tear up. So yeah, hopefully it will make sense. But I'll let Benny talk to you now, and we'll go from there.
Right, my English is not gonna be as good as his. I tell you that for a fact. Nah, it's yeah. Long story short, so I was born in Romania. Then I traveled most of my life. But I speak a bit of German, speak a bit of Romanian, speak a bit of English. So a little bit of English, yeah. But yeah, I'm trying to do my best, really. Like Ma said, is yeah, just trying to work as hard as possible. Yeah, we work and university and everything. Like it's a bit hard to be somewhere at one gym. To be fair, I want to train more with my gym and my coach. I really want to thank you, Matt, for the patience you have with me all this year, and for everyone there. You know, I'm not easy lad, but when it comes to boxing, when it comes to hard work, I'm the first one there. Either I'm on skates, either I'm on bike, on hands, doesn't matter. I just want to put in the work, just want to inspire people on social media, you know, trying to tell them that if I can do it with all going on, everyone can do it. It's literally how bad you want it. It's literally how hard you want to, it's what you want to achieve. As long as you don't have any excuses, it don't matter where you're from, what's your color, what's your background. is you literally come and yeah, you do what you have to do. Regardless on the fight, yeah, just hope that my opponents put in the work, because like Billy said and Ma said, I just want to put in a great show, just want to put in a great fight. I want to thank Bill and Next Generation for the opportunities. Again, I want to thank Matt and the venue for putting in the time and work with me, as little as it is, but yeah, hopefully for the future is gonna be more. Yeah, just looking forward for it. Next Saturday, let's get it on. Just want to say to my opponent, if you want that belt, just put in the work, cause I'm not gonna let you have it. Simple as that. Simple as that. That's it.
Trying to be outside. Yeah, Benny said me already before this started. He said he don't want to give that belt up. He said he's going to have to come and get it off him. James, I know I'll speak for you here, son. Starting off with James, when I first went over to Edge, he was there, young lad, only 16. Was he 17? Do you know what? Well, I can't even tell you. Do you know why? Because when I was there, because he was so quiet and he's tall, blonde hair, I thought he was like some 40-year-old Russian who didn't speak English. And I was trying to pad him. I was just pad him with broken English. But yeah, then literally, once he started to open up more, I realised, and I got talking to him, he was like 16, 17, brilliant boxer. I was amazed by him. This young kid had all this talent. COVID, he had to have a COVID injection, and he got ill with it. Unfortunately, he's gone from being one of the fittest kids in the gym to he having like a film over his lungs and heart, and he just couldn't train. He was like a year out of the gym, and yeah, he couldn't train for a year. He lost all his fitness. It was a shame, really. He always wanted to have a fight, never had it. He got to the point where we didn't think he was ever going to fight. He was never ever going to be fit enough. Miracles happened, and he started to regain some of his fitness back. Again, we're going to go into the amateurs. He wants to get carded. He wants to fight now. But it was sort of like he wanted to make sure he had that chance to test himself first. Yeah, look, James is our grafter. He's come back from thinking he's never going to be able to box again, being upset about that, to now getting the opportunity to box, basically. And he asked me, can he be tested? He don't just want to go in there, I'll get him a decent fight. He said, can I fight the best? And that's the testimony to his attitude. So we put it to Matt and Benny, and they accepted. So although he's never fought before, I promise you he's a good boxer. We'll see what he's like under the lights and the cameras and what he can do. It's all right being a good boxer in the gym, but we've got to see what he can do on the night. And I think this is where he wants to test himself, to test if his fitness, if he's back to the fighter we believed he could be. He's no guaranteed winner in this fight. It's who wants it on the most, but I'll promise Benny this: he's put the work in. He's fought even through pain in his lungs. He wouldn't care. He'd be there. He'd put the work in. This is not just for the belt. This is just for James to prove that he can beat this illness that he had. Do you know what I mean? He's come back from a long way. Whatever happens, James, I'm proud of you, son. I know the old gym's backing you to say, well done, mate. So yeah, look, listen, we got plenty of fights. Big thank yous to all the team behind who do all the work. Liam, Vicky, Dave. Thank you to all the gyms, Newlands, Wakefield's, Kay's Gym, Venue, Legends, Studio One, If I've missed any other gyms off on the top of my head, I apologise. All the gyms that are putting their fighters in, we've got a lot coming down, a lot of other gyms getting involved. The promotion's growing. Just want to keep it going. I want to say thank you to everyone at Edge who's put up with all the hard work we bring. Danny Stevens for all the S&C's been doing, Dave Winnie. Yeah, look, listen. Thank you all for coming today. Thank you all for your time and effort. Looking forward to see you all next week. And yeah, let the fights begin. All right, listen, we're going to do a little face-off now. We've got a few of the fighters here. So I'm going to start with Shaim and Prince. So Prince, if you want to come upstairs first. Shaim. Right, boys, come here, face each other. Prince, listen, man, like he's wearing that Guna top. You can't be having that. Man.
I've already said that. He made it a bit easier by wearing.
Right, listen, boys, face the cameras. See, boys, we're done. Lovely. Right, we're gonna pull up Alfie and Jamie. Alfie Townsend, Jamie Foran. Face. See, boys, face the camera. Right, last face off. We got Mo and Alan. No backflips. Yeah, fucking no backflips. Fucking battle the throws, man. Hey, face the cameras, boys. Alright, boys, tight, shake hands. Well, but thank you all for coming, yeah?